How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We have the 55% showcase for the brand new LR STR Special Beam Cannon Piccolo. We got him 55%, level 1 links right out the gate here. So we're going to take a look at him. So let's start by taking a look at that passive. We got key 4, attack defense 250%. We are launching an additional attack that has a 70% chance to become a super attack with a 50% chance to crit and guard all attacks. With 12 more key, we get 300% attack, and when receiving an attack with 12 key, we also get an additional 200% defense, essentially doubling our defense. While the second or third attacker in the turn, we get additional super attack, as well as buffing Earthbred fighters and Saiyan Saga allies for up to 60% for 2 turns. For 3 turns, we've got 50% damage reduction, and for 8 turns, we have a 70% chance to dodge. Now, he has this really interesting ability that we might not see here, and that is right after the 9th turn, we get key 4 and 250% defense, as well as getting additional crit and damage reduction. But I don't think we're going to see hits here because we're really going to be playing up the standby here. So we're actually going to float him here to get him onto the other rotation with our Kai Goku. Kai Goku is actually a pretty decent link partner, sharing 4 links with him. 5 links, I think, with the Goku side of things. And so we don't have the Fizz Piccolo, right, who not only is a great link partner for them, but is supporting an orb changing for them. Really helps out the standby, but we don't have that yet, at least not for a couple of days. So this is what we're going to work with today. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. So the goal here, you'll notice we have a lot of orb changers, big orb changers on this team that are going to shift most of our orbs. So we're just going to play up the standby on this fight here. Just because, I mean, that's really what they're for, right? I mean, you could probably, Piccolo seems all right, especially after turn 9. But otherwise, you're probably just mostly, like any other standby unit, you're playing to use their bomb. All right, there we go. So we do get the EX Super on both of our Vegetas here. I mean, I don't know that we really needed the Machin Vegeta here. We might end up with some problems with this. He's mostly just here because both him and Goku, provide that whole field orb changing, which is really going to help our orb collection for the Goku. Honestly, I probably should have swapped them out with LR5 guys, actually. I think LR5 guys probably would have been a much better situation for us, right? So we didn't even get to really see Piccolo attack here, unfortunately, because we're just going to float him to the next turn. But it is what it is, right? We just got to kind of make do here. Yeah. Again, where Piccolo is all right because he's got that dodge and that big damage reduction for the first couple of turns. So even with the low defense you saw that he had, right, 400k, I think he's still going to live this turn. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, we got to figure out how we want to set this up here. Looking at I don't know if we keep Gogeta on or we keep Frieza on. That's tough. So like what I want is to have a final turn where we have Kai Goku, Gogeta, and Goku ready for that standby. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's just keep Frieza. And then Kai Goku here. Yeah, actually, you know what? We should put Kai Goku in front. Is what it is. Actually, it probably would have been better, right, to have us stall those turns. Again, we want to get as many turns as we can with the standby to maximize it, right? Because we do get 10 turns to build the standby, which, I mean, that's... I'm assuming they made it 10 turns with a smaller percentage buff per orb, because they want you to build the full 10 turns. But the problem is, I mean, outside of this fight, there really isn't a fight we can really take advantage of that. So I don't know. It's an interesting design choice for sure. Maybe with the Fizz Piccolo, it'll show to be easier to get the higher numbers, but we'll see. All right, so here comes Kai Goku. We got that 13 million. Not a whole lot because he's not getting hit first. He does need to get hit to build up, as well as his, defense stacking. Excellent. There we go. All right, and then Gogeta doing his thing here, or, well, Vegeta, rather. He's not Gogeta yet. Alrighty. Excellent. All right, we got another super here. Honestly, it looks like we're doing a little, very low amount of damage for this fight, but that's a good thing, all right? Because again, we really do. Wow, that orb was terrible. Maybe we should have brought another orb changer here. I don't know who we would have brought though. Let's see. Let's grab that. All right. Okay, I guess this works. It doesn't really matter at this turn. Really, things are only going to matter once we start shifting into the standby. That's where things are really gonna matter here. All right, so again, no EX supers on either one of these. I guess getting the G2, we should probably, above all, should probably prioritize getting the GT Duos EX just because that attack will carry over to the Goku. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, so second phase is down. I am getting... I think we can slow it down enough. We could probably stall enough to build some big orbs out of this standby. Yeah, getting to it's going to be interesting to see what the fights are that come out of this. Because man, this is 10 turns, huh? Not even Goku really takes that long. I think most of my Goku turns, right? The Super Saiyan 3 Goku, most of those are taken to like turn, I don't know, 7 at the most. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out here. All right. Okay. All right, perfect. And now look, we got all those orbs there. So let's go ahead and let's stand by the Goku. Okay, so nothing crazy on the defense, but let's just take a look at Goku here so we can kind of understand what we're working with. So Goku, you know, he's kind of offensive, but also very orb dependent. And you got 300% attack. We get an additional key 1 per key sphere obtained. We have 50% chance to crit for 5 turns for changing key spheres and 70% reduction with guard, which is pretty good, right? But it's that turn after the 5 that things get really tricky. Now, what's really hard for him, right? We got to prioritize his STR orbs. And as you can see here, we literally changed 1 STR orb. So he's got no STR orbs here to really benefit from, because that's where all of his offense and defense is coming from, those STR orbs. So we literally got nothing here. And so you definitely need an STR orb changer, I think. And then that's where the Fizz Piccolo comes in, you know, really help with that. But there's only so much we can do. So it is what it is. It's not going to be perfect every time, but let's see here. Let's see how much damage we actually put out here, because it might not end up being so bad after all. Yeah, I think, I doubt they would ever fix it, but I think what they need to fix with him, as you'll see, as you'll kind of see here, they need to give him like double STR orbs. Yeah, okay, that was like no damage. Okay, so yeah, we don't get those orbs. It's a big problem for us. That is unfortunate. So I guess we just got to keep getting, we'll try next turn. We'll try to prioritize those orbs and see what comes out of it. Alrighty, so let's see here. We're going to swap into defense early. I'm probably going to need to mostly focus the defense on the Gogeta here. I don't really mind otherwise. But you know what? We should have left those STR orbs on the field. Dang. Okay, is what it is. All right, let's take that so we can get the 18 key with Goku here. Yeah, this is a bit rough. This is pretty rough. To be fair, I mean, like all of the orb changers we have on this team, they're all active skill orb changers, right? And again, the reason they're here is so we can have those big active skill full field orb changes. However, I don't know if that was necessarily the best thing. I don't know that that was necessarily the best thing. It might have been better for us to bring other orb changers. Maybe it would have been more consistent after, you know, especially seeing a turn like this one here. This is interesting. Okay, we get another super with... Okay, so we're probably not going to kill here. We're probably not going to kill here. Okay, but hopefully on this next turn, Goku changes the STR orbs a little bit better here. Alrighty, excellent. Perfect. Okay, nice. He still tanks too. It is still early on. Okay. Okay, a little bit better on the SCR orbs, actually. Alright, let's grab those. Okay, so this turn might be a little bit better. Maybe we should have had Kai Goku grab these ones first and then put him in the second. But actually, no, Kai Goku would have killed and we wouldn't get to see the attack with Goku. So I guess this was a... Okay, 39. Yeah, okay, so you can definitely see we definitely need to get more orbs, I guess. All right, excellent. It also probably helps when we get the 24 key. That makes a big difference. All right, so we're in the Super Baby 2 phase. So let's grab that. Okay. Okay, we will get the EX Super here. That's good. All right, and let's swap into Gogeta here. There we go. Perfect. And then we got some nice STR orbs sitting there waiting for us. So this will work as long as Gogeta dodges there in the third slot, which I'm pretty sure with 6 orbs we should be fine. Okay, Majin Vegeta. Missing a couple EX supers. I'm not liking that. Hey, we're fine. What did we get? We got 1 EX super on turn 1 out of him and then never again. And maybe we should have just swapped him out for a different orb changer. I don't know. 5 guys maybe, I guess. Okay, excellent. And there goes the second super. Okay, well, at least now we know everybody else is safe this rotation, because he should tank this post super. Oh yeah, we're good. Dang it. I was hoping for another EX super here. What is going on with me lately? It's just like every run I do is like, I mean, I'm lucky if I see 1 EX super in a run. Crazy. All right. Let's see. We got... Okay, I mean, I guess it's a good thing we're not doing crazy damage, because again, we do want to prioritize that, we do want to prioritize Goku. And Goku is stacking for 4 turns, right? But, okay, there we go. We get those dodges. And then in comes Gogeta. Yeah. I mean, I guess... I don't know, it's interesting that there's both a finish skill and that based on charge counts and Goku attacks every turn. It's just an interesting choice. I'm not sure why they went for that, because I almost feel like it's lowering the overall damage of Goku having that. Okay. Alright, so let's put Kai Goku right here. We get a nice little heal up for grabbing that. Oh, there we go. And now we get 8 orbs with Goku. Okay, so that's not bad. Alright, well, defense not bad. And remember, we do have the 70% damage reduction and guard. So honestly, that's not bad defense considering. Alright, and then Goku gets the counter. Perfect. Alrighty, excellent. Yeah, honestly, if they were going to make it 10 turns, they should have made Piccolo able to stand by turn 1. If they were going to make it 10 turns, like having to wait till turn 4 to do it is kind of rough. Considering they made it 10, like if they were going to make it so you need 10 turns to build up. Alrighty, so there we go. We get the counter on Kai Goku here. Okay, so we're 44 million. Okay, so it's a little bit better when we actually get the STR orbs. Okay, so not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's see here. All right. Now we just need Goku here to tank post super, which he should. We shouldn't have to worry about super attacks now. Oh, actually, no, he should have. He supers twice, so there might actually be one more. Oh, no. He did both on Kai Goku. No, we're good. We're good. And there's no attacks there. I don't know what I'm thinking. Crazy. Perfect. Okay, so the next phase is going to lead us directly into Great Ape phase. So I'm thinking here we just go ahead and we start changing orbs. Yeah, so we get a big orb. We got 14 here. Or do we just go into Goku and pop the active and just get the full field? I think we should do that, yeah. I think we just go into Goku, pop the active. Because I have a feeling if we're going to test this, but I have a feeling if we go into Majin Vegeta, or into Goku from Majin Vegeta, we might actually just straight up kill him, which could mean we lose the orbs, so it's probably best we do this. There we go. We'll grab that. Beautiful. All right. All right. Moment of truth here. All right. Let us not kill here, please. Actually, let us not kill and just get that orbs. Nah, okay, crap. All right, we did kill him. Maybe we should have just stalled out the turn. Then we would have been playing a risky game with the supers here, unfortunately. Which, because he's guaranteed to super in all 3 slots. So we actually would have been playing a very risky game here. All right, I guess what we're gonna have to do, right? We're gonna have to maximize the orbs on this rotation. Let's see here. Okay, so let's start with Kai Goku's active here. Just get that damage out there. All right, and then let's pop Gogeta for a full field, and then hopefully, right, and that'll increase the defense on Kai Goku and on Piccolo after using the active here. Assuming we don't kill. I don't imagine we're going to kill, but let's see. Ooh, we get a nice little 8 orbs here too. Okay, so our final orb count is 152. Not bad. Not bad. 152. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's turn the animations back on. And let's do that standby.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Prepare yourself. Do it! Special beam cannon!
96. All right, so we definitely needed more, and it definitely wasn't the turn I wanted. But all right, let's take this. So we are past that turn 9 with Piccolo, by the way, which means Piccolo has that extra 250% defense along with that extra damage reduction as well. So it'll be interesting to see how Piccolo does here, actually. So we're going to get the Dokkan mode with Gogeta here. Yeah, okay. All right, not bad. Not bad. All right. Okay, 65 mil. All right, so I kind of just want to see what Piccolo does here on this turn after that 9 turns with that 9-turn buff. So we did actually get to see the 9-turn buff, so this actually worked out for the best. It could have been much worse. Excellent. We get an additional super. And uno más. One more. Let's see. Okay, not bad. There we go. All right, we get that auto dodge on the Gogeta, 43 million on the Kaigoku. Not obviously his best turn. We've seen better out of him, but is what it is. Hopefully we can actually counter the super here. That's actually what I would really like, countering that super and getting that big damage on the baby here, just to kind of help wrap this up. There we go. We get that counter. Excellent. 54 million, not bad on that offense. So I can imagine maybe in a long fight where we can get the added bonus of the GT duo and maybe Vegeta and Trunks, where we could see some decent offense. All right, not bad. 23 million. All right, now how do we take this? This is what, 8 million super here? Not bad, not bad. Okay, good. And that wraps it up here for us with that counter on the Kaigoku. We kind of just advance things a little bit forward here, right, just so we can get to the end. So there you have it, folks. There is Piccolo, 55% level 1 links. Leaves a lot to be desired. He definitely is going to benefit a lot from having his links maxed out. He's definitely going to benefit a lot from dupes, right? Heavy on the dupes because as a standby character, he's going to benefit a lot from having those duped out offensive orbs, right? Standby characters, as always with these finished skills, you really want to prioritize putting those offensive orbs on them. Really going to help them out. Leaves a little bit to desired. I think this is a problem more so with standbys since we've gotten into this new foray since the 10th anniversary with these huge HP pools, right? They just haven't found a way to properly balance them. They just don't feel like they hit as hard as they used to. And it's just because we're dealing with billions of HP now, as opposed to, 80 million, which is just easily knocked out in a single shot of these. It's very difficult, I think, to balance them. So it's not necessarily a problem with Piccolo. I think Piccolo is fine himself, especially after that 9th turn, as we saw there. Goku, again, really going to struggle with those orbs. I'm curious to see how he does with the Fizz Piccolo and Goku. Definitely, I'm assuming a lot better. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know what are your thoughts on Piccolo at 55%. If you pulled some dupes on him, tell us how was your experience with the dupes. Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching and aloha.